You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton.
The Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Not Smokey? They got Smokey in the motherfucking pictures too? No wonder this man gave his life to Christ. We ain't about to get Rush Hour 4 anymore. They about to rush his ass to prison. Let me stop because I don't know if he did anything.
All it took was one comment, and the internet exploded. After years of whispers and speculation, Chris Tucker is trending again. This time tied to renewed chatter about the Epstein list, Epstein flight logs, and claims made by Katt Williams. And while no crimes have been proven, many say the optics are disturbing. Katt Williams recently suggested, allegedly, that the Chris Tucker we see today is not the same man Hollywood once knew. Not the loud, not the wild, not the Smokey from Friday. According to Katt, this is a completely different version of Chris Tucker, and if people knew what he claims to know, they'd see Tucker very differently. That statement reopened a question fans have asked for years. Why did Chris Tucker disappear from Hollywood at the height of his career? At one point, Tucker was untouchable. Friday, Money Talks, the Rush Hour franchise. He was one of the highest paid actors in the game. Then suddenly, he vanished. He turned down roles, declined sequels, and distanced himself from the industry almost overnight. The most shocking move, Chris Tucker refusing to return for next Friday, even after reportedly being offered $12 million. At the time, Tucker said his faith had changed him. He claimed he no longer wanted to curse, no longer wanted to portray drugs on screen. He said it was for a religious reason, Ice Cube later confirmed. But here's where things stopped adding up. Because despite walking away from sequels, Chris Tucker went on to star in Rush Hour 2 and Rush Hour 3. And that contradiction sparked a theory that never went away. Was religion the full truth? Or was something else happening behind the scenes? Because years later, Chris Tucker's name would surface somewhere no one expected. Epstein flight logs. And that's where this story takes a darker turn. Fast forward to now. Chris Tucker's name has reportedly appeared in Epstein flight logs, showing he was on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet back in 2002. That jet, often called the Lolita Express, has been linked to Epstein's travels to and from his private island, and once those Epstein documents were unsealed, social media did the rest. Tucker and his team have firmly denied any wrongdoing. They insist his presence on the jet was strictly humanitarian, claiming it was part of an AIDS awareness trip to Africa, alongside Bill Clinton and other dignitaries. Still, critics aren't convinced, especially as more photos, names, and Epstein-related documents continue to surface. In past interviews, when asked directly about Epstein, Chris Tucker appeared visibly uncomfortable. He emphasized that he did not know Epstein personally and said he never visited the island. "You don't know what people do in their private lives," Tucker stated, but for many online, proximity alone raises questions, and that's where Katt Williams' January 2024 appearance on Club Shay Shay suddenly feels very relevant. Long before the Epstein list resurfaced, Katt hinted that Tucker's image shifting from raunchy comedian to outspoken Christian wasn't just about faith. At the time, people laughed it off, called it jealousy, called it exaggeration, but now, some believe Katt Williams may have been ahead of the curve, especially since Chris Tucker addressed these allegations less than 24 hours after the Epstein documents were released. That timing alone has fueled speculation that more information could still come out. So let's be crystal clear. There are no confirmed allegations of criminal wrongdoing against Chris Tucker, but public opinion is shifting. And the Chris Tucker controversy isn't fading. As more Epstein documents, flight logs, and names surface, people are watching closely to see if Tucker's name appears again, and in what context. So now we ask you, do you believe Chris Tucker's explanation that his involvement was purely humanitarian, or do you think there's more behind why he quietly stepped away from Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments and click the next video. Because Celebrity Scandalust is just getting started.